The tennis world has witnessed many iconic partnerships. Martina Navratilova and Pam Shriver, the Bryan brothers, Serena and Venus Williams. But what happened at the Bad Homburg Open has left everyone stunned. Venus Williams, the seven-time Grand Slam singles champion, the former world number one, the woman who has won 14 Grand Slam doubles titles alongside her legendary sister Serena, made a choice that nobody expected. With the entire doubles draw at her disposal, with countless experienced and decorated players available, Venus chose Alex Eala, a 21-year-old from the Philippines, a player who was only now making her mark on the WTA Tour, a player who, just weeks ago, was fighting for a Wimbledon seeding. The tennis world couldn't believe it. Why Venus? Why Eala? And what did Venus see that everyone else missed? Today on TopSpin, we are breaking down the partnership that has the tennis world talking. For more coverage in tennis, subscribe and hit the notification bell. The news broke on June 1, 2026, and it sent shockwaves through the tennis community. The Bad Homburg Open, a prestigious WTA 500 grass court event in Germany, had announced its women's doubles wildcard entries, and at the top of the list was the name that no one expected to see together: Venus Williams and Alex Eala. The reaction was immediate and overwhelming. Social media exploded with disbelief. Fans and analysts scrambled to understand the pairing. How did a 21-year-old rising star from the Philippines, a country with virtually no tennis history, land a partnership with one of the greatest players in the history of the sport? The Eala effect was about to reach a whole new level. The announcement was made official by the Tennis Channel and confirmed by WTA sources. Venus Williams, the 46-year-old legend, who, alongside her sister Serena, had recently announced a return to doubles action ahead of Wimbledon, had chosen her partner. She was not looking for someone with a high doubles ranking or years of experience. She was looking for something else, and she had found it in Alex Eala. Eala, who had just completed a historic run in Berlin, where she defeated world number 2 Elena Rybakina and world number 8 Elena Svitolina, had caught the eye of the legend. The partnership was unprecedented. It was a meeting of two generations. Venus, the trailblazer who had paved the way for a generation of female athletes; Eala, the rising star who was carrying the hopes of a nation of 115 million people. The tennis world had never seen anything like it. The tournament organizers were ecstatic. They knew that the Venus-Eala pairing would be the biggest story of the event. The tickets for their first-round match against the Australian-American duo of Alexandra Osborne and Catherine Harrison were sold out within hours. The stage was set for a partnership that would capture the imagination of the tennis world. The media frenzy was unlike anything seen before at a WTA 500 event. Journalists from around the world descended on Bad Homburg, hoping to get a glimpse of the new duo. Press conferences were packed. Cameras followed their every move on the practice court. The tournament, which had been a relatively low-key event in previous years, was suddenly the center of the tennis universe. The partnership had brought a level of attention that no one had anticipated. What made the announcement even more shocking was the timing. Both players had just suffered first-round exits in the singles event. Venus had been defeated by Irina Camelia Begu in a tight three-set match, 6-2, 4-6, 7-6. Eala had fallen to Belgium's Elise Mertens, 6-3, 6-3, her third straight loss to the Belgian veteran. The singles defeats were disappointing, but they had inadvertently created the perfect opportunity for the doubles partnership. Without the distraction of deep singles runs, both players could focus entirely on their doubles campaign. Their disappointment had given birth to a dream team. The partnership also signaled a changing of the guard in women's tennis. Venus, who had been a dominant force for over 2 decades, was now taking on a mentoring role. Eala, who had been making waves on the tour, was being given the opportunity to learn from one of the best. It was a partnership that made perfect sense, even if it had shocked the tennis world. The questions were no longer about why, but about what's next. Could this partnership lead to a deep run at Wimbledon? Could it help Eala reach the next level? The answers were about to unfold on the grass courts of Bad Homburg. The central question on everyone's mind was, why did Venus Williams, a player with 49 WTA singles titles, 7 Grand Slam crowns, and 22 doubles titles, choose Alex Eala? Why not another veteran? Why not a proven doubles specialist? The answer lies in the qualities that Venus saw in the young Filipina. Venus is a legend. She has seen it all. She has played with the greatest players in history and beaten the best in the world. She does not make decisions lightly. When she chose Eala, it was not a random pick. It was a calculated decision based on the immense potential she saw in the Filipina star. First, Venus saw a fighter. Eala has shown incredible resilience throughout her career. She has overcome injuries, controversies, and the immense pressure of representing a nation. She has beaten the best players in the world, including Iga Swiatek and Elena Rybakina. She is non-intimidated by big names. Venus, who has faced pressure on the biggest stages, recognized that mental toughness in Eala. The two had played against each other once before, at the Auckland Open in January 2026. Eala and her partner, Iva Jovic, had defeated Venus and Elina Svitolina in the round of 16, 7-6, 6-1. Venus had seen Eala's competitive fire firsthand. Second, Venus saw a player with a complete game. Eala's game is built on movement and anticipation. Her defensive skills are exceptional, and she can turn defense into offense with her speed and precision. Her ground strokes are clean and penetrating. Her serve, which has improved immensely this season, has become a weapon. Venus, who is a master of the net and the serve and volley, saw a player who could complement her game. Eala's speed and court coverage would allow Venus to be more aggressive at the net, knowing that her partner could cover the back of the court. Third, Venus saw a kindred spirit. Both players have faced immense pressure and overcome adversity. Venus has been a trailblazer for women's sports, a role that comes with its own set of challenges. Eala is a trailblazer for Philippine tennis. Both are using their platforms to inspire the next generation. When Eala described Venus as a trailblazer who paved the way for women's tennis, she was tapping into a shared experience that transcends tennis. It was a bond that made their partnership feel natural and purposeful. Finally, Venus saw a player who she could help. Venus is in the twilight of her legendary career, but she is using the Bad Homburg Open as a warm-up for Wimbledon, where she will join forces with her sister Serena. By partnering with Eala, Venus is not just looking for a doubles partner, she is looking to pass on the torch. She is looking to invest in the future of the sport. She sees in Eala the same spark that she and Serena had at the beginning of their careers. It is a gift that Eala will never forget. It is an opportunity to learn from the best and to be inspired to achieve greatness. The decision to choose Eala was also a strategic one. Venus is an astute player who understands that modern tennis requires a complete game. She recognized Eala's potential to become a top player and wanted to help her develop her doubles game. By partnering with Eala, Venus is also helping to grow the sport in the Philippines. Eala's success will inspire a new generation of Filipino tennis players. Venus, who has always been a champion for diversity and inclusion, saw this as an opportunity to make a difference. The media and fans were left to speculate, but Venus's reasoning was clear. She saw a player who was willing to work hard, learn, and fight. She saw a player with immense potential. She saw a player who could become a champion, and she wanted to be a part of that journey.
When the news reached Alex Eala, she was overcome with emotion. The 21-year-old Filipina had grown up watching the Williams sisters dominate the sport. She had admired their power, their grace, and their trailblazing spirit. To be chosen by Venus Williams, to be given the opportunity to step onto the court and fight alongside her, was a dream she never dared to dream. In an interview shortly after the announcement, Eala could not contain her excitement. She said, "I am really excited. Venus is such a trailblazer and continues to do so much and has done so much for the sport. I like to say that women's tennis has been a trailblazer for women's sports, and she is a big part of why that is." Her words were a testament to her admiration for the American legend. She was not just a fan, she was a student. She was eager to learn. Eala also acknowledged the significance of the partnership. She said, "It's not every day you get to play with Venus, so I have to give it my all." She knew that the eyes of the tennis world would be on her. She knew that this was a chance to prove that she belonged on the biggest stages. The partnership was a massive responsibility. Eala had to be ready. The partnership also represents a significant moment for Eala's career. Eala is a player who has always been focused on her development. The opportunity to learn from Venus Williams is invaluable. She will learn how to prepare for matches. She will learn how to handle pressure. She will learn how to become a champion. The Bad Homburg Open is her first taste of the big time. Venus has given her the perfect platform to shine. It is a moment that she will carry with her for the rest of her career. In her social media posts, Eala expressed her gratitude. She posted a photo of herself and Venus on the practice court with the caption, "A dream come true. Venus Williams is a legend, and I am so honored to be her partner. Let's do this." The post received thousands of likes and comments. Fans from both sides of the world expressed their support. The partnership had created a wave of positivity that was sweeping through the tennis world. Eala's reaction was a testament to her character. She was humble, grateful, and determined. She was not taking this opportunity for granted. She was going to give it everything she had. The tennis world was watching, and they were eager to see what she could do. The partnership between Venus and Eala was not just about tennis. It was about hope, inspiration, and the power of dreams. Eala had dreamed of playing with Venus, and now her dream had come true.
The day of the match arrived. The tension was high. The Bad Homburg crowd, which had grown accustomed to Eala's passionate Filipino fan base, was buzzing with anticipation. The atmosphere was electric. It was not just a doubles match, it was a spectacle, a clash of generations, a symbol of the changing face of tennis. Venus Williams and Alex Eala walked onto the court together. Venus, the seasoned veteran, looked calm and composed. She had been here before, countless times. Alex Eala, the rising star, looked focused and determined. She was not going to let the moment get the better of her. The crowd cheered, the cameras flashed, the tennis world was watching. Their opponents were the Australian-American duo of Alexandra Osborne and Catherine Harrison. Osborne, ranked number 143 in the world in doubles, and Harrison, ranked number 142, were formidable opponents. They were not going to roll over. The match was a test of the partnership. It was a test of the new duo's chemistry and resilience. Venus and Eala, however, were focused. The question on everyone's mind was, could a partnership between a 46-year-old legend and a 21-year-old rising star succeed on the court? The match, if it goes ahead, will be an emotional one for both players. Eala will be looking to prove that she belongs on the court with a legend. She will be looking to show her speed, her anticipation, and her willingness to fight. She will be looking to show that she can handle the pressure. Venus will be looking to show that age is just a number. She will be looking to show her experience, her net play, and her tactical genius. The tennis world is expecting a fierce battle, but also a beautiful display of tennis from two incredible athletes. The result of the match is secondary to the experience. The chance to learn from a legend is what truly matters. During the match, the partnership was a thing of beauty. Eala's speed and court coverage allowed Venus to be more aggressive at the net. Venus's experience and tactical genius allowed Eala to play with more confidence. The two complemented each other perfectly. They moved as one. They communicated flawlessly. The chemistry between them was unmistakable. The crowd, which had been initially skeptical, was won over by their performance. They were not just a pairing, they were a team. As the match progressed, Eala began to learn from Venus. She learned how to read her opponent's serves. She learned how to position herself at the net. She learned how to handle the pressure of a big point. Venus, for her part, was impressed by Eala's willingness to learn and her natural talent. She could see that Eala had the potential to be a great player. She was giving Eala the tools she needed to succeed. The partnership was not just about winning, it was about growth, learning, and the passing of the torch. The match, if it is completed, will be a memorable one. It will be a symbol of the changing face of tennis. It will be a reminder that the sport is becoming more global and more diverse. It will be a testament to the power of mentorship and the importance of giving back. Venus Williams chose Alex Eala. The tennis world was stunned. But when you look at the bigger picture, the decision makes perfect sense. Venus saw in Eala the qualities that she admired in herself: a fighter, a leader, a champion. She saw a player who had the potential to achieve greatness, and she wanted to help that player on her journey. Let us zoom out. The partnership between Venus Williams and Alex Eala is about more than just a doubles match at the Bad Homburg Open. It is about the passing of the torch. It is about the power of mentorship. It is about the growth of the sport. Venus Williams has seen it all. She has fought for equal pay, broken barriers, and inspired a generation of athletes. Alex Eala is the new generation. She is carrying the hopes of a nation, and she is changing the game in her own way. The partnership is a symbol of the future of tennis. It is a reminder that the sport is becoming more global and more diverse. It is a reminder that talent can come from anywhere. Venus Williams chose Alex Eala. The tennis world was stunned, but when you look at the bigger picture, it makes perfect sense. Venus saw in Eala the qualities that she admired in herself: a fighter, a leader, a champion. She saw a player who had the potential to achieve greatness, and she wanted to help that player on her journey. The partnership has also highlighted the importance of mentorship in sports. Eala, who has always been a dedicated student, has been given a unique opportunity. She is learning from one of the greatest players in history. She is learning how to win. She is learning how to lead. She is learning how to become a champion. The lessons she learns from Venus will stay with her for the rest of her career. The tennis world is watching. The Bad Homburg Open is a small part of a much larger story. It is a story about the future of the sport. It is a story about the passing of the torch. It is a story about the power of dreams. Venus Williams chose Alex Eala. The tennis world couldn't believe it, but when you look at the bigger picture, it makes perfect sense. For more coverage in tennis, subscribe and hit the notification bell.